Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Microsoft Publisher application course. Now in this particular video we will look at the final topics under working with tables. So we will show you how to format cells in table by showing you how to add additional cells, that is rows and columns, to your table, and how to delete them. We will also show you how you can align the text within your table, maybe put them at the center, at the left or right, and we can show you how to combine two cells or more in a table, and you can also split them if you want. And then we will first show you again deleting a table, and after that, even though we've already done this in one of the videos, we will just show a little bit of applying border again. So let's start by opening our publication. So here we have the tables that we have brought. So here we created 4 rows and 4 columns. Assuming you want to add an additional column, a 5th column here, the row will be 4. Then you go to this cell here. So because your intention is to do it at the end, you can stay in the last, any cell of the last column. Go to your layout, and you can say this is at the right, so you have to say insert. This is insert column, and you see the sign column. This is a column, this is a row, it's a row. So we go insert to the right, and there you go. You click outside, and let's say you want a column between amount and year. So stay on year again. This time the column you want to add should be on the left of this column year. So we go back to layout, and this time we say insert left, and then an extra column will be added. By the way, we have now 6 columns, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and still 4 rows, 1 2 3 4. Now let's move this a little bit down because we want to add some rows. So let's say we want to add a row below this last one. So you stay on any cell on the row anywhere, go to your layout, and on the rows and column you can say insert below, and there you have an additional row. Okay, and if you want to insert above, let's say you want a row above the first row, then you go stay anywhere in that row, and you go to layout, you say insert above, and so now it creates one above. And this is how you can actually add rows and column, and in many ways add cells that you want. Other ways you can do that is by, let's say I want to put another column at the end. I can go to this one. Instead of going through the menu, I can right click, and you can say insert. You can say insert to the right. Okay, and basically that's how you do it. The same way you can do for the row as well. So if you right click and go to insert, you can say insert above, and it will add one. So again, you can do that a lot. The next thing is, let's see how you can delete rows and columns that are added. So if I want to delete, let's say this last column, I will go to that column. Now I can go to layout, and I can go to delete, and you can say delete column. So if I say delete column, it takes out that one. If I want to delete this particular row, I will stay anywhere on that row, and I will go to layout, and I will go to delete, click the arrow down, and say row. And let's say you want to, so that's how you basically delete. But let's say you want to do it differently. To delete this row, I'll stay on the row, I will right click, and also say delete row. Okay, and that's how you do it basically. So the next item is if I want to combine 2 cells in a table. So let's say I want to make this cell and this one come together as one. that I need to merge them. So I will select it. So I go here, click in this cell, hold my mouse and drag to the next one, and then I can go to layout, and under merge I can say merge cells, and you see it becomes one. And if I also want to do the same here, I will click this one and this, select them together and go to layout and say merge cells. And if I want to split a cell into two, let's say this one back into two, I go there, I just place my mouse there, and layout, and then I see here split, you can say split, and it will split it into two. Now you don't see the line here, it doesn't matter, but these are two cells. You can always change the border. So that's how you merge and split cells. What you can also do is change or align the text in your table. So let's say I want this year to be at the right here. I can go in there, select it, go to my home, and I will use the align buttons on the paragraph menu. So I will say let it align right, and it will go to the right. But preferably I want to have it at the center. So I will select and just select it, and I will, on the home menu, under paragraph, I will click center, and there you go. And here, if I want to do the same for the three of them, I can select them in one go, and I can say center, and then they will be at the center. So basically this is how you can align tests, and you can do that for all the tests that you put or information you put here. So I think that's all we need to learn in terms of formatting your table. So let's look at the topic list, and we see that we still have deleting a table. So we still have to do deleting a table and the border. So let's show you how to delete a table. If I want to delete this table, I can stay anywhere in the table, and I will just go to layout, and I will say delete button, and I'll say delete the table. That takes out the table, right? Now I want it back, so I will just undo. So I go to my undo button here, and I undo it. And the same way I can delete this table, bring it up first by right clicking anywhere on it and say delete, and say delete table, and again I will undo it. So basically there are many ways you can do this, and the thing we are going to show last, which we already showed, is how you can format the table with to change the line colors and the border. So select the table, click at the edge, any of the edge, go to design. We already showed this in the last video. In the outline, I would say change the color to, let's say, blue, or let's use a different color, this one, and change the width, the thickness. But then you don't see it happening, right? And that's because for you to see the effect, you need to change the border, and you can just say for all borders. There you go. If I want to change the border type again, I click the table, I go back to design, go back to border, and if I want only the border where at the right, this is only showing right border, I click, so you see. But in this case I stayed in a cell, that's why it's only affecting this cell. So let's undo. So let's make sure that our table is selected, click at the edge so that the cursor is not inside, go back to border and select right border, and then you see that the right part is off. And you can select it again, go to design, go to border, and top border goes out. If you click them again, they will come back. So select the table and design, border, top border, comes back, border, and right border, and then it comes back. And maybe I can change the weight of this one. to something smaller. Let's put this, and for me to see that change, I need to again click the all border, and then you can see that. And practically these are the things we want to show you in this particular video. Thank you very much for listening, and see you in the next big topic.